Is this learning moment going to happen though?
They might be deciding actually if they want to first pick it, right? Because they're first pick, so they might be going, do we need to ban it? If we don't ban it now, maybe we force NiP to waste a ban on Coddle, then suddenly an extra one of our heroes comes through the pool, but yep, so they ban Pushka, so that's forcing NiP to either A, ban it, or B, let it through.
Yeah.
We will see.
There's still Ember in the pool as well, so you could let that Kotal... Oh, they actually ban out the Batrider instead, and Kotal...
Are they going to go TB plus 1 right now on NiP? They ban out the Bat, make sure they can't just...
Do you really trust in TB that much?
Charlie TB is something like to be reckoned with, yeah. Even without Kotal, I think it's... He's carried this team multiple times with this hero.
Okay.
I mean, I know his hero pools...
To be honest, I think
Naga, right? That's where he...
I think I might get carried away here because I don't think OG Seed is a team that's going to instantly snap pick Koddle TB, for example. Yeah. I don't think I've seen them play it, so I don't think
that's going to...
Yeah, I don't think NiP's going to instantly jump on it, but... Okay, yeah, they go... Oh, yeah, of course, the Bristle. That's the hero I should have been saying, not TB. But, you know, hindsight, really powerful tool.
You know.
Yeah. Can we rewind real quick?
Yeah, but this time around...
We'll erase all this.
This time around, Timbersaw is still in the pool, if I'm correct. It hasn't been banned out, and there's no Bounty Hunter. So if you manage to have the same laning stage like you had in that first game, OG Seed should take the mid game and the late game as well. If they go for that Timber, that's just...
Such a good start at the beginning before.
Wait, you said Ember's still in the pool, right?
Ember is still, Timber is still
Koddle Ember is still very solid. Ember still can buy Vessel, deals with the Bristleback.
It's an amazing lane as well.
Amazing lane. I think the only change to the combo was the fact that Ember's chains is now like 2 or 3 seconds longer, so it mitigates the chakra onto Ember, so you're not going to have the double slight chains like instantly. It's going to be a little bit more breathing room for that, but it's still equally as strong. Do they go Ember here? Again, we don't think we can get too carried away with the whole idea of the Koddle. I say that, it's me getting carried away.
Yeah,
you're all going down with me here, lads.
They go with the Timber. I mean, it's obvious if the Bristleback goes through and Timbersaw isn't banned, you need to pick that hero. It's just such a straight counter.
You have Koddle Timber now.
Yep.
That's actually filthy. You have the... When Koddle gives mana to Timbersaw, he then has double chakra. So against strength heroes, they just pop and...
It pretty much brings you from 80% to 0. Yep. For OG Seed later on in the game, you can be thinking about Slark as well. Not super popular, but they have a very capable Slark player. It's also pretty good versus Bristleback. One thing that I didn't like in that second game of OG Seed, even though they had this Timber, their win condition wasn't really very clear. So they had these 2 playmakers on their mid lane and on the safe lane. What was it, like a Monkey Quap, right?
Yeah, Monkey Quap Timber.
Yeah, exactly. And Monkey was doing the same thing that Quap was, and eventually they just lost that track gold because they didn't have that one solid carry that was farming up, getting that reliable gold to go for that BKB to actually carry the game. Nyx Assassin banned out.
I think if you ever first phase a Timbersaw, you need to just... I think after seeing that, like the OG Seed series, where I think Pexu played the Nyx against the Timbersaw, it just dismantled them. Like, it was too strong. And especially against Koddle as well, it's pretty decent. That's actually, I take that's kind of like a classic thing, you know. Remember back in the day of Koddle?
To be, yeah,
that was so sad.
It was Nyx, it was all these Invis heroes that can jump on top of you, but Nyx Assassin was the worst probably.
Right, so Banks doesn't get the ult. So basically,
yeah, you're gonna have to explain this one, boys.
You used to, so Koddle has both Illuminate where you push out waves, and back in the day, you just max Illuminate and you just push out waves on repeat. So you're a support, you don't really have a lot, and then this Nyx would just walk up. He has a spell called Carapace, so if he activates it, it stuns you if he takes damage. So you'd push out the wave, he Carapaces you, you take the damage of what you've dealt, and then he kills you after. So like it's pretty much a free kill every time if you want to push out a wave. So it was really sad back in the day, but it's not so much now. And then we get the...
Still is an amazing hero though.
Yeah.
Works well.
PG.
Well, we don't really see Lion too much. Has been picked up a few times, but yeah, it's good. Gives you a lot of control.
Seneko and Era play it, but I'm expecting obviously Era to be on the Rubik, and this will be a Seneko Lion. It's alright. Gives them a bit more lockdown, especially they lacked it. They've got more stuns with this Lion than they did in the previous draft, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, a Clockwork, and this should be your most likely to win before, I think.
Damn, we got a core silencer here.
So they are But look, this core silencer is really good as long as they lane it versus the Timber.
Wait,
and at the
hold on.
same time, they pick the silencer into a clockwork.
It could also be Wild, I know.
Core Rubik.
Core Rubik, Silencer 5, position 4 Aero Lion. And then they set themselves up for the Rubik to have a good game, can always get the correct spell stills on Timber. It's going to be pretty chill. Yeah. I'm just ready to really
You're playing game
He got
3.
super excited by this as well. He's just face while he was doing
He's
it.
explaining it like he believes in it, but he doesn't.
But now, like, you know what you have to do, right? Like, you sit here, like, we're stagnated in the draft, things will happen. So now I've ticked the box of, if the wacky happens, claim. If it doesn't, oh well, they didn't go wacky. So I've just,
So it's like, you're either a genius or you just
yeah.
want the wacky, insane moments to come through.
No, so Silencer is pretty good versus Timbersaw usually in the lane because you can own him, but the problem is they didn't really show their lanes so far. They have these 3 heroes in which, yeah, you know that the Timbersaw is core, but this core can go pretty much anywhere. And Silencer is a kind of hero that, yeah, if you lane mid versus Timbersaw, you can own him, but if you're on the side lane, you're so susceptible to ganks, you're very slow, and even after the laning stage, you are playing into a clockwork, and that's not... It's not too easy. They have a lot of reach on the side of OG Seed.
Yeah, for sure, NiP have flexed their way to last pick.
They flexed everything so far, at least. Maybe it's the Lion Core. There you go.
Oh,
Go even wilder.
God.
Go even wilder.
I look forward to the day where we get to, like, mid becomes like it. Do you know when it was like dual lane mid for a very small period of time? I just want like a wacky thing to occur for that to happen again. Gyrocopter, okay.
That's the last patch that I played competitively, and it ruined me. It was literally a position 5 Lich staying mid and just eating creeps. Like, you literally weren't even in the fight. You're back between your 2 towers and just using sacrifice on creeps.
Just wait.
That's, that's it.
I missed that on Lich. That, like, I live for that. You know, you walk to lane. Who wants to have their lane good? Mid, off lane carry. All right, go for the mid. Great.
Yeah, and then if they fail on that lane, you flame them, obviously, because you secured the lane for them. You ate the creep. You gave them the advantage.
You've given them everything they wanted.
Unlosable lane.
Gyro.
Yeah, it's nice. It's you could for sure go for the old Axe Diffuser build if against the Bristleback if you really want to. If you want to take away his mana, you can also just pretty easily team fight. You got so much. You got that instant jump from the clock. You got the team fight to the coddle to defend you. The issue is still you don't have a lot of stun still. You're relying on Will-O-Wisp and then the Clockwork, and you've got Rubik against Clockwork, so that's...
I think their control is decent in this game. It's not horrible with the clock and Will-O-Wisp, right? It's not bad.
Okay.
I thought they would try to go for something like a Slark this game, even versus a Lion Silencer. If you get to that BKB and you jump on top of these 3 heroes, look at this Rubik Lion Silencer. You can just roll over them, and the Bristleback is a...
But what's the chessy hero here, though? I feel like maybe Kunkka could just round out their draft really nicely. The Kunkka can buy Vessel against the Bristleback. It gives you all the team fight, the catch and lockdown that you need. It can lane pretty well.
The Meepo ban. So they're not getting... They're trying to not get baited into this idea that the Silencer is definitely mid.
Okay,
There you go.
Furion.
It's Furion mid. Yeah.
Sure. They go TA.
The mysteries cannot
All right,
protect
so
themselves.
the TA will be mid after all, and the Silencer should be their position 1. It should be your Charlie playing Silencer, right?
They really have gone left field with this draft. This is...
Yeah.
The curveball, you wanted something.
They really have to
Yes,
match their
kinda.
lanes properly in order to win this, right?
Yeah.
If they mess up their lanes, it's going to be very difficult for them to come out of that hole, because you want this Silencer versus Timbersaw matchup, I think, no matter what. But we'll see. Perhaps they can match up the Gyro as well.
I think the biggest concern you have on Radiant is simply if this Furion has a good... Like, obviously, he's going to have a good game. He's going to get to your tier 1s very early, take them away. TA's going to want to be jungling. You've got this Silencer core, potentially. I think it is, obviously, at this point. Like, it's going to be hard for NiP to really defend themselves whilst they're waiting for their tier to come online. Meanwhile, you have Timbersaw's going to have a decent time in lane. Sure, it might be against Silencer, but we could expect some lane swaps so the Timber has a decent time. And again, like I said, Furion takes your early towers, you get to the mid game, Gyro's now got a BKB, doesn't really care about Rubik, Lion, Silencer at all. Like, I think NiP are on a very large timer in which they have to somehow mitigate this aggression from these very early fighting heroes of OG Seed that also can easily scale. So it's
And OG have been so strong in every early fight of both games. Even the game they lost, they had the amazing start. Right, this is a huge problem for NiP.
There's infinite scaling though on NiP. Silencer can infinitely scale, so that there's that, and he can have a very big brain.
I want to make you guys quickly on this, as the commentators are ready. Which way are we going with this? Who's taking this series?
OG Seed.
OG Seed?
OG Seed.
So OG Seed all the way. Let's see if our commentators agree with it as well. We've got Syndra and Suns fans standing by, ready and waiting. Do you guys think this is going to be going in OG's favour?
Syndra, I'll let you go first because I'm smarter. I'll end with it.
Okay.
My thoughts.
I think Suns fan will be wrong.
Oh.
Therefore,
That's your
Sunfan now has to say something.
Yeah. I like that prediction. That's a smart way out of this.
So I will say OG Seed will win because they're playing 2 games in one. They are playing Dota Underlords. They have picked 5 heroes that are in Dota Underlords, and they have the Scrappy Alliance enabled right now. It's active. Meanwhile, NiP only has 2 heroes in that game.
Wait, Dota Underlords, that's that other game you play when you don't play Valorant, right?
That's correct.
Right, okay.
Shout out to the 5 people in chat that understand this reference.
Right, so unfortunately, I have to agree with you. I think OG Seed are favored in this game as well. So my first prediction was wrong already. No, I'm not so much into the Underlords argument. I'm more of a Dota player myself, but I think so.
Wow.
I'm a bit concerned. I'm a bit concerned for NiP in the sense that I look at their lineup and I see very little team fight. Right? If global silence, which is nice, but in this global silence, you need your single target disables to really get something done. You're fighting into Gyro, Coddle ulti, Clockwork Timbersaw, great teamfight heroes, and the Nature's Prophet. And you're also going to get pressured on the map, right? Prophet and Timber are excellent early pressure heroes that want to bring the fight to you. So you're going to have to try to defend your towers or lose them. And I think the defense is so much reliant on Saberlight having a good game. Bristle needs to be a wall in this game. So his lane needs to go well. He has a good lane partner, though. Rubik, Bristle is a pretty strong lane. So that's a good start. But yeah, I'm a bit concerned about NiP this game. But let's see. If they don't get crushed in lanes this game, then maybe it's better.
Seneco's going to TP bot lane to help out his brother-in-arms, Charlie, on the good old Silencer with this Glaives of Wisdom already active, Syndra. He can steal intelligence away. No longer part of the base hero, unfortunately. I think I was watching a game last week where No-Tail did not take that. He was playing support, of course, until level 8, and he missed out on so many insteals to that point because he had like a part in like 5 or 6 skills. So
that's pretty surprising. I feel like he usually builds that way, where he maxes it even, but or at least
might have
puts
been
a lot of
experimenting.
Yeah, it's possible.
He likes to have fun. Well, Supreme will get a second chance at TA Syndra,
and I do believe he has a better matchup.
Yes, this is quite a bit better than playing a TA versus Viper. So how does this matchup look overall? As Rubik will die in the top lane.
Whose name offends him, though? Is it Madara? Because he thinks he likes the real Madara better? The real Madara. Yeah, never mind.
That's a great question. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I think something we should touch on a little bit as well is that OGC, the panel was talking about the laning, right? That they wanted Silencer against the Bristleback for NiP, and OGC have successfully put up, I think, the exact lanes that they want. They get Timber a free lane against TA. They get Silencer not against Bristle, but against Nature's Prophet, which is not a very good matchup. And then finally, the top lane. Gyro is pretty good against Bristle in the start, because you have so much overwhelming damage that Bristle can actually die to you. So OGC off to a good start as far as that's concerned. And now Zepe is going to start working his classic magic in mid. That's Timbersaw for you. Just starting to be annoying here. Pulling the wave away.
Takes a couple shots from the tier 2 tower. I mean, generally speaking, though, Timbersaw versus TA, I feel like how is that matched up before level 6? Is it kind of even-ish?
Yeah, I think so.
But then once you get level 6, the Chakram will eat through that refraction pretty fast. But TA should have a better game than last game. We'll have to, I mean...
He already does.
I think it was... he's already doing
more
better
net worth
than he was at 10-minute
now.
mark. Yeah, at this point, for sure.
No, I meant the whole game.
Getting... Oh, the whole game. Goodness, that's shots fired right
Pex
there.
is in trouble. Used his blinding light. This spell has been nerfed. So long cooldown
Homing
still.
missile. is on its way.
Oh, it's bait, Shannon.
Light.
It's bait.
Oh, is it? We'll see. A lot of damage being applied to Saberlight. Rocket Barrage will do a lot of damage.
Pexu, don't kill
Saberlight
yourself.
attempting to run away.
Ooh,
He's going to die
more
one
bait.
way or the other. It's going to be close to get the kill on Pexu, but he's going to heal up in the meantime as Silencer, the position 1, dies in the bot lane at the same time. So
Bristle
OG
dies to the
Seed.
neutrals. What a
That's
mess.
at least one good thing.
I think overall, in this top lane, NiP are probably favored from that just because so many resources were spent. He dies to the neutrals. Pexu used so much there to stay alive. And Madara lost a wave in the tower. So that's okay, at least for Bristleback. But yeah. Cool play from Pexu, though. I thought he was going to die. He had a long cooldown still on Blinding Light because of the nerf. Level 1 is 6 seconds longer than last patch. But played around it with a lot of stick charges, Fairy Fire. Unfortunately for him, doesn't get rewarded with that kill on Bristle. I think he deserved it.
Despite
Sometimes-
all the...
Sometimes.
Are you just going to stop after you say sometimes? I really love
Sometimes
when
the
people do
neutrals
that.
just screw everything up.
Chessie is going to sprout the Lion Seneko in the bot lane. But look at this CS. Despite all the shenanigans from the Bristleback in the mid lane, TA is actually crushing. 32-7 versus the 19-1. So
There's a lot of
remotely
unclaimed
close.
CS for Timber right now. He has on him. So he's going to get another 6 right now. But yeah, still very
Still
good for TA for
domination.
sure. Yeah. I don't think this lane goes like this. I haven't been paying close attention, but I think Sibba must have messed something up here. To need to pull the wave in the first place, maybe he's doing it to try to prevent TA from farming the camp off to the side as well, but hasn't really worked out for him very well, it looks like. TA with 7 denies shouldn't be a full level ahead, so I must have missed something along the way. I didn't see it, but this is surprising to me.
And he gets
Supreme's doing this
retribution
well.
for last game, so
Yeah.
he'll be very happy with that.
Definitely.
Charlie in the bot lane is being out-leveled by Chessie right now, so they're left to their own devices to some degree at least.
Saberlight top. Good damage.
Saberlight in a bit of trouble. Rocket Barrage. Of course, that is with the Bristleback passive. It's not going to be enough to survive. It's a 1-for-1 as
He almost
Coddle
killed them
dies right before. Very, very close. Madara was being pressured by Era, but already used his Fade Bolt. Very interesting laning stage for sure. Now Zibby is level 6, but a full level and a half almost behind TA. Let's just call it a level to be safe. Bottom lane, we're going to get a potential dive. Z-Freak gets impaled next to the tower as Saberlight has TP'd in to help get that kill. As Charlie would get some int going his way. Jesse will TP out to safety.
So yeah, this rotation from Saberlight is going to save this down here, but now you have this awkward situation with the hero split, right? Since Bristle TP'd bot, he can't go top now. And I don't think Silencer wants to go top either.
Sideblade's got
Sideblade the
a courier kill. Yeah, that was nice. Very, very nice. Supreme has really shown up this game, Cinderin.
Oh, he's running him
really
down.
doing God's work. Yeah, Era, telekinesis. Supreme really wants this kill. You can feel it in his bones that he deserves this kill after last game. They might have to
like,
settle
"Let
for
me die
clockwork, though. And Supreme will take the level 3 for himself.
This is one of the... Sometimes you pay this price a lot with Clockwork. I've tried this skill build a little bit myself as well, where you get the Rocket Flare early on. You get a little more damage in the lane, harass more guaranteed CS on range creeps, but you lose so much utility by not having power cogs. Like in this situation, neither of them dies 100% sure with a power cog point. And the situation bottom where Bristle TP's in, they could have maybe disengaged as well with power cogs. So it's kind of a high risk, high reward build, I want to call it, where sometimes this Rocket Flare gives you a key kill or some key lane control, but a lot of the time this trade-off... I've seen a couple people do it. I think more often than not, they might end up regretting it, but it's kind of a new-ish trend to not get cogs on level 3, or level 2 rather.
Yeah, it's very weird when you think of it from a traditional sense. But
Oh, Z-Freak. Oh no, use your cogs, buddy.
yeah, he's gonna pop the battery
He's
assault.
stepping
Supreme, very angry after the Omega lol called, or the Omega GG, whatever the hell that stupid emote is.
Imagine you wrote Omega lol when the game ended. That would be pretty
He's very
good.
angry. He took
Just
offense
stop
to
the
it.
opponent, Omega lol.
Saberlight top lane is gonna find Pexu, who pops a wand.
He is.
And he's just going to get, well, maybe not. Madara's here for the support. And Saberlight is respecting that damage from the gyrocopter. As Chessie TP's in, the global presence. Sprouts in, homing missile connects. Doing a nice job of blocking out.
Nice kill.
Very nice. Illuminate. Great turnaround kill onto the bristleback. Speaking of Timbersaw, though, actually Supreme getting another kill. He's angry. He's on fire. 3-0.
I think you're angry at something. I don't know
Omega
what.
GG. You say Omega GG against me, Cinderin? I'm gonna be mad for the next game. Gonna pick
There's no
TA
next game.
last. Well, meaning from previous games.
I know.
Which is next game. Why do you have to ruin everything? Supreme is on fire. 85 and 8.
kind of
His
what I
net
do.
worth is through the roof. 4.6k net worth, Cinder, and he just took an ancient stack, for God's sake. He's going Deso first. Things are looking up.
Yeah, he's
my
going to have
boy
a better
Supreme.
game. He's the only core in his team that's doing well, unfortunately, though. So this does happen quite often on TA, that TA explodes, but all the net worth is obviously being piled onto one hero. She takes a lot of space in the jungle, and since the laning stage didn't go too well on the other side, he has a lot of responsibility now, Supreme, to get the job done. But they did a good job protecting him on the Ancients when Clockwork came down. It's a really key, not really the Clockwork kill that's key, but protecting that area of the jungle from getting warded. Just gives Supreme so much safety right now. And he's going to turn that into a Clockwork kill, it looks like. 3 shots.
Poor Z-Freak is just feeling the wrath of Supreme today, Cinder, in game 3 of this best of 3. It's about to hit the 10-minute mark, so that's going to help the Z-Freak Clockwork out quite a bit. I assume he's going to also buy a tome, because he is still level 3.
It's unusual for Z-Freak to have this bad of an early game. So we'll see how that impacts OG Seed's gameplay. Usually Z-Freak does a lot of work for this team from that support position 4 role. Clockwork is not a very fun hero to play when you've died 5 times in 9 minutes. There are some heroes where it's like, okay, I still have my spells, but this level 3 Clock right now kind of has nowhere to go. I think he has to lane and get levels. Making plays is almost impossible, especially without power cogs. And all of his aggressive plays to try to get vision out have been shut down immediately. So
Yeah.
that's a totally different dynamic than we're used to seeing. I can't remember the last time I saw Z-Freak have this bad of a game, actually.
Yeah,
10
he is,
minutes in.
he's
really
feeding a
rough.
bit, no doubt about it.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, power cogs would have made a huge difference, and I think he would have lived through at least 3 of... How many deaths does he have? He has 5. I think like 2 or 3 of those deaths cogs prevents. It's just been super
Yeah,
easy
probably.
to kill.
Maybe even 4, actually.
Era.
Oh, good
Ooh,
lift.
telekinesis. Very flashy, but he dead, bro. He dead.
He did.
Madara
And I think this
is
tower
going
also
for...
may be dead.
Yes, I do believe so. As the outposts are split, and we'll see if how the bounties get split as well. OG Seed actually taking 3 of the 4, make that 4 out of 4 bounties. Wow.
Very, very good sequence. Kill,
that
tower,
helped
4
him quite a
bounties
bit.
in 30 seconds. That's really good stuff.
And Clockwork, Z-Freak, he actually did not buy the tome because he didn't have money at the time, but then the bounties got picked up. He's like, damn, I should have just stayed in base. That would have been more helpful, actually.
Man, look at it, though. Minute 10, your supports are level 3 and 4. The enemy team supports are both level 6.
Hey, he's not afraid, though. That's what I love about Z-Freak. He's not afraid of anything, bro. They get the bristleback kill.
Saberlight
That
isn't
helps
afraid
him out.
either. Very apparent.
Yeah, it could be used to a disadvantage, as we just saw there, of course. Supreme very close to this Deso, so I'm not sure if they want to fight
Coddle took the
this
book.
close to it. Coddle took the bow.
Clock is level 4, minute 11.
Z-Freak, my boy. He does have cogs now, though, but that is a level 6 Suneko who just fingered you. Supreme now, he's going to get initiated on. He's 200 away from his Deso as the global silence is popped. Chess, he's going to pop his ult in quick succession. We're seeing the call down, zoning out the opponents. Saberlight now. Looks like he's kiting to a high degree. Coddle ult actually came out, didn't really do much. As Zibby will get a nice timber chain across the map. He's going to get chased. Not sure if they have the catch yet, though. It's just Saberlight on his foot. So they will defend. I mean, basically nothing happened in that fight. A bunch of spells were expended for little to no gain, but the defense is there, in theory, for NiP. As now Deso is at base. So Lizzie has that form. So wait, why did Coddle take... what level was... I guess
level
that
4.
ult is more important. Yeah,
they're both really good, but I think the Coddle ulti is also more important right now. It's just you need to bring Z-Freak into the game, I think, in this game. It's actually, in my opinion, this is a pretty damn good Clockwork game. It's just no Clockwork game is good when you're level 4 minute 12. So you gotta give him a little bit of space, a little bit of love. He could be part of a big kill. He's setting up top. I think Nature's Prophet maybe will connect here. Onto Charlie.
Gets a kill in
nice invis rune.
Tower in the bot lane.
This is a huge kill if he gets to live. He doesn't.
That's a big kill in the mid lane.
Oh,
and
God.
a kill in the top lane.
Charlie is 1-on-2ing them.
Charlie, he's going to continue on. Chess is a one-on-one battle for the ages as Charlie will live and then die to the minions. The disgusting minions of Nature's Prophet. Madara now on the run. Impale will hit. Telekinesis.
Just had everything this game. What the fuck, man?
Supreme is angry. The Omega GG is coming back to haunt OG Seed, Cinderin. He is 6-0. And he's going to town on this tier 1 tower.
Instant Hex.
Timber Saw, yeah.
Nice blind.
Yeah, it's impaled.
Really got 2 on the low ground. Should be. Oh, no,
my God,
okay
that damage from Supreme, amplified with his hatred from last game, is now 7-0, Cinder, and he's actually just dumpstering OGC.
He's
right
on
now.
it. He is on it.
This tier 1 tower looks to be the focus for NiP. Telekinesis onto Chessie, takes a Fade Bolt to the face. Madara is here. Supreme at a half HP right now. As the Coddle ult again completely wasted. See, this is how you tilt. You emote after a missed Coddle ult.
That's the obsolete lamp from IKEA right there. That's the one they took off the shelves because nobody wanted it. He dropped it right there, and you see why. Absolutely worthless. It didn't. I mean, it looked pretty, I guess. That's not really what you get lamps for, though. You get them for the light. You don't look into your lamp.
Sometimes you do, if you're clinically insane. Suneko is level 8.
You would know.
Z-Freak still level 4. My goodness. Like, just... He needs to go next to a camp that's being taken at this point.
I'm wondering why they're not giving him space. Like, it has to be either his own decision or a team call for him to not get XP here, but... He's gonna feel like the biggest liability in my mind right now in this game. Maybe they're like, you're done. 4v5, man. Go sit in Fountain.
This isn't a pub. I don't know, bro. I don't know if that's...
No, I'm not completely sure what the communication is here, but I would definitely... I mean, we've talked about it enough. Let's see when he gets level 6. The other heroes are still looking...
He's got the tome queued up for the 20-minute... Oh dear. Oh, we're gonna find Supreme again on top of Timbersaw, but there's TP support in the form of Chessie. Peksu pops the dust. Can't go invis. Global Silence is popped just for Supreme to get out. That's probably the right choice.
Z-Freak came in. He was like, please, experience.
Please, God. Where are the creeps?
Picturing this Clockwork just sitting there like a beggar with his cup. Experience, please.
This poor boy, beggar boy.
Oh, no.
Tier 1 tower now being pressured here from OG Seed. Looks like they'll probably get it. Although Supreme is back. He's actually really close to a Blink Dagger now. They're going to go on top of the Timbersaw. Coddle ult is not up for 5 seconds, so they could turn this around if they want. But Zibby is taking a ton of damage in turn. Finger of Death almost finishes off, but he will live to see another day as there is the Coddle ult. Is that a Rubik stolen ult? I can't even tell. It was green. That's the Arcana going to work. Pay to lose, if you will, at 2 for 2 as Madara gets a double kill. I believe that was stolen, right?
That looked weird. I don't...
Was it? It's a call down.
Stolen call down,
call down.
Yeah.
Okay. It's hard to keep up with which spells actually turn green. Like, I don't know if Will-O-Wisp was even around when Rubik Arcana came out, so... I would be surprised if that turns green. But for OG Seed, Madara will be finishing up an Aghanim Scepter here very shortly after this Ancient Camp. Supreme does have Blink in his inventory. Didn't really want to surprise them in any way. Like, tell me about this from a pro perspective. When you get like an item like a Blink Dagger, typically you want to, if you can, surprise them with some sort of a gank. He just walks in the lane. Is that considered a mistake, or is that something that, who cares half the time?
Well, here's the surprise. No surprise. Okay.
No, they saw him mid already, 100%.
Well, it looked like he was going to kill the Coddle in 2 hits, but he didn't go for it. He was probably scared of getting jumped by Clockwork, that it was a bait. Or I think he did see him, right? Either way. Yeah, I would agree with you. A lot of the times you try to hide this item for a big play, but at the same time, you want to use it for farm efficiency, right? You want to use it to cross the map quicker and get more gold. So if there's no immediate fight coming up, you probably just carry it and start blinking between camps, right? So it's a bit of a...
We're gonna have a smoke gank. This is the surprise level 6 Clockwork. Bet you didn't know I was level 6, buddy. Global silence is there. Seneko will die.
Instantly
so it'll only, in theory, save the TA.
Can I just say this is like one of Clock's best friends in the game. Playing with Caudle is a dream for this hero. I think Clock's biggest limiting factor in roaming in a lot of these games or playing mid-game is mana issues, but you just don't have them. And this Clockwork, you wouldn't think that he has any intelligence to lose when it's a robot, but he does, and he has lost lots in this game. He's not peanut sized, but we're pretty close. It's like a pecan brain right now on the course.
Oh my god.
Okay,
two shot.
Yep.
Two shot.
Sometimes
Supreme is now 8-0.
need to be able to get it off. And TA gets 2 hits off way too fast. You can't blind in time unless you're ready for the blink to happen immediately.
Yeah.
You basically need to have the spell almost precast. So.
Fortification is activated as the tier 1 mid and top are being
mid tower, big
taken
here
down
for Supreme. And
I mean, all
tower,
things
like
considered, Cinderin, it's a 1k net worth lead for NiP.
It's a close game.
Is that surprising to you?
Not really, because
the silencer hasn't really taken off yet.
Like, if you consider what happened in the laning stage, right? TA had a really great game, but the other 2 cores didn't. And I would say, especially Silencer, is not a very good comeback carry. He doesn't flash farm, he doesn't take stacks or find a lot of kills. Fortunately for Charlie, he got that 1v2 top where he got both kills. That really put him back in the game. If that hadn't happened, it would have been a totally different story. But yeah, not too surprised. On the other side, you know, Gyro farms fast, Nature's Prophet farms fast, Timber farms fast. So it's to be expected that the game is even, and the big farmer right now is TA.
Have you ever seen a surprise reveal of a level 6 Clockwork at 17 minutes?
I mean, I generally do my own surprise Clockwork level 6 at 7 minutes. So
wow, look at you.
No,
you're really good at this game, aren't you?
Yeah. 17 minutes? I don't know, man. It's a long time ago. Especially because when Clockwork has a bad game, you usually give him the tome, right? So he can make plays. Because he's not the best hero at laning. Whereas a hero like Caudle could easily go to a lane and just spam Illuminate and get levels and farm safely. Right. But they really valued that Ignis in this game. The Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, so it is very unusual. Very unusual.
I mean, I think if they could go back knowing that the Will-O-Wisp would have almost 0 impact on these fights, like he missed 1 completely. Actually, he missed 2 out of 3, if I'm remembering right. Maybe they would have given the tome to my boy Z-Freak. But
they should have known.
I mean, they should have known. The big AoE spell, hard to hit. But like we said, even despite what feels like NiP kind of, I mean, Supreme just feels like he's taking over this game, but it's still only a 1k lead, so OG Seed should be really happy with that.
And TA is it's a volatile hero. There's so many games where TA has a lead like this, but if you get caught once or twice, you're a pretty snowball hero by nature. Deaths are expensive on this hero, and it's really important you stay ahead of the timing on key items like BKB. He was ahead of the timing on Deso and Dagger, so that's great. And now the next one is BKB coming up in 1500. So OG Seed would be very happy to find a kill on this TA right now, but they need to execute it really well. They need to pile on the TA and break refraction before Global comes out, or she can just blink out, right? So it gotta be, the execution needs to be there with stun from Clock into Cog stun into Rocket Barrage. I think that's how you get that kill. So it's not easy.
And she has the Iron Talon right now for extra farming efficiency. We'll be going for a BKB, just needs to finish off that recipe, about halfway there. Chessie will be going for a Halberd, which will be very good against the cores of NiP. And Madara actually going for BKB first. So after the Ags, do you typically see the BKB? Or because I'm used to seeing like a Maelstrom in between there. They just want to go like fighting build.
It's not very unusual to go BKB here, but it's also, I wouldn't say it's the most common choice. I agree. Usually you see a damage item. Sometimes you see Diffusal or Maelstrom before the Ags even, and then Ags. It varies a little bit. But this is a pretty, like, it's a good transition build where you're relevant when the BKB really matters, and then you're going to scale with the Ags. Yeah, he's cool.
Homing missiles come, and Z-Freak's like, I got the hook shot ready for you, my friend. You fingered me one too many times. So a 1-for-0 here as Supreme. Very
It's pretty
greedy.
safe now, though.
Oh.
No.
Oh, the Ignis again. 3 out of 4.
That
Unfortunate. That looked like it should. It takes like a half second for the first pulse, I believe.
Honestly, I was just gonna say that was not even close, actually. So I think our perspectives are a little bit different.
Very close.
I think that was almost a second too late, wasn't it?
Wait, how long
That
is
seems
the
really
pulse delay on the first one? Do you know? Is it 1 second or half a second?
I don't know what the exact number is. It's just like a feeling, right? But if you cast it on somebody who's just about to complete their TP, it's not even close.
Okay.
So
not even close.
swing and a miss there from Pexu. I think immediately when he cast it, he was like, oh shit, I know better than this. Like, he's a good COD player. He plays this hero quite a lot, but you know, high pressure situations, you really want to get a big kill like that. It's one of those where you're gonna regret if you go back and check the replay and you're like, man, I could have actually got him. So sometimes you're just like, okay, I'm gonna take the risk. I feel like this is unlikely, but if it hits, it's huge, right? So, but clearly the spell they were lacking there was the hook shot, but they used that for Lion. And
This is going to be a big fight potentially for NiP. This is the BKB reveal for Supreme. He jumps in. Another, oh, okay, 2.5 shot for Pexu. That last one was a sliver of HP. And now the rest of OG Seed are on the run. But looks like no one else will be found. They could go for Roche now. They have a really, really good Roche lineup between Bristleback and TA.
Yeah, this is super fast. And even the
in between with the traps. Yeah.
This goes really quick. They have, there's a Nature's Prophet with a Halberd. It looks like they do want to try to contest here, OG Seed. All right.
Boy, this will be tough without a Coddle, and especially without Coddle ult on top of that. Zibby taking some damage here. Saberlight going to turn his back to his opponent. Hookshot comes in. Finger of Death not quite enough to take out Chessie, but the last right click from Supreme will be there. There's a global silence is keeping everyone in check. Double buyback now for OGC. They have lost 3 in this fight. And even if they come back, what can they do? As Pexu's getting destroyed on the backside. Ultra kill for Supreme. I'm telling you, that Omega GG is going to cost them.
Shouldn't have done it,
Supreme
man.
will take out this Roshan. Will likely take the Aegis for himself.
Absolutely,
Does not want to give up this streak. 13-0. What a beast.
Yeah, this is not how I expected this this game would be going. I feel like OG Seed are just getting outplayed in skirmishes and teamfights, and they're being taken advantage of. That they had a low-level clockwork, and that the Coddle ultis are missing. Like, these two things have really been integral to all of the moves NiP have been able to make in the game, and good on them for identifying it. Right? They've been playing much better in this game, I would say, than, well, really both other games at this stage of the game. This is the best early mid game they've played.
Oh, Z-Freak.
And it's showing.
Oh, Z-Freak's anus is super puckered right now, Cinder, and if you look at him. He just got away with murder. Uh-oh. Is he going to see Charlie? Here, how much vision does he even have? Almost. Looks like just a sentry, so 0 vision. Oh, wait. He does have a ward here. Never mind.
Jess is in trouble.
Uh-oh. Chessie on the run. Supreme will blink out of the sprouts. And we'll pop the BKB.
that was close.
Just in time is the Fade Bolt.
I had to BKB off the blinding light to
The blinding light. Yeah, exactly. Well, at what point does Madara get scary? So he has BKB. He will be going Satanic next. So just ultra survivability instead of damage.
Yeah, do you have enough damage then? I don't know. I don't actually know if they can bring down these big boys on the Radiant. Bristleback is tanky. TA has Aegis and Refraction. Silencer has a Pike. I think a lot of the problems that we foresaw for the Radiant lineup are kind of solved right now. This is another solution. Get another Z-Freak kill.
That's an easy
Big
one.
Brain Charlie.
Charlie with 16 permanent int.
Next time it's
Stolen
4
this
in
game.
per kill.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You got the talent now.
Oh, that is a nice talent.
It's really good.
Very solid talent. Yeah, I agree. I don't think they have enough damage, but I mean, if you look at the other side though, even against like the Timber Saw or Bristleback, the Spirit Vessel is the god tier item in theory, at least the old one. Urn is on Clockwork, but he's just going for Blade Mail first before finishing Spirit Vessel. Are you surprised by that at all? As we're going to see Timber Saw easily taken out.
I don't know how much I like Blade Mail here. It's not a very good item against TA because she can, you know, if you get killed in 3 shots during refraction, you just take off refraction charges, but you don't deal damage. And a
Or
hero like
BKB.
Bristleback is too tanky. So I don't know. I think Force Staff would be a better item on block this game. Just
We're
repositioning.
gonna see a
your team.
Coddle ult
Madara?
use. Bristleback will get
Oh, they got
stunned.
him.
Global Silence to follow. They did get the Bristle. BKB expended from Madara. He's pretty low as well. Supreme playing a little
they
bit
see
cocky.
him.
We'll
Oh,
find
no.
Madara in the corner, hiding all alone. You poor boy. He was in timeout. But you can rest now, sweet one. Sweet boy.
Dire's bottom tower
That is a big benefit of Keeper of the Light that we didn't really cover. He can force Bristleback to turn.
Dire's bottom
Right.
tower has fallen.
Look at me! Chessie is going to get slowed by the Arcane Curse here.
He's dead.
Seneko.
Tower is under attack.
Oh, now he could live.
He has
no, now
mana
he can't
drain.
live.
Impale is back.
He's fine.
It's called Earth Spike now, but I refuse to let go of old times. Nyx Assassin cannot have Impale when they're both exactly the same. Charlie, yeah, all that
Oh,
mana has
saved.
been. Ooh, all right. The nice jump in from Z Freak. Gets a couple more right clicks, but Chessie will survive now. And it will cost them
The clock is running out of mana, like genuinely. He has 300 max mana minute 26 now.
Oh my god, are you serious? Seneko,
What's
I'm
his
not sure he's
base
gonna
in?
find this
Is that
though.
18?
I have no idea, Sindern. You're asking the hard questions.
I can't see
They
it right
change
now.
stats too often.
I just click the
Base
hero.
int?
I can't see it behind the
18
no
plus
buyback
12.
text. Does it say 18?
18.
Okay. Oh boy. Rough game for
209.
Z-Freak.
So, if he uses all of his spells once, he's out of mana, basically.
He can't use them all. He can use
he
hook shot
literally
and
can't
battery
use them.
assault, and then he doesn't have mana for anything else. Okay,
Maybe
now he
that's
got
why he's
some.
going Blade Mail.
He got the arcane ring. That gives
He
tenants.
needs the precious Robe of the Magi for that int, man.
Yeah. Well, Force Staff would also give tenant.
No. Robe of Magi, I needed. Please. No, Supreme. He's gonna see that Madara is in the vicinity, but he's not really scared of anybody right now. Has the MKB on top of everything else now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, it's with how much. I don't even know the answer to this question anymore, even relatively speaking, since they've changed all the kill streak stuff. How much do you even get for killing Supreme right now?
Oh,
Rather than
Jesse.
before. Chessie, he is found out by Seneko.
Top tower is under
The Earth Spike is on cooldown, but they'll get the kill regardless.
Morient.
Aegis will be expended. So it didn't really.
I don't know how much this
mean-
kill on Supreme gives. It's not the way back into the game to just kill TA once. Like that's not. You can't kill TA and be like, okay, guys, we're back. Like you need a team fight win here, and you need a team fight win that translates into an objective one at least, maybe more. Especially Roshan would be a big grab. Up in 3 minutes ish, 2:30 looks like. Obviously, the
I mean, their
teams don't know
Roshan
this.
is so much slower than NiP's.
Yeah, they
NiP can
kind of need
take
to
it
intercept.
sub 10 seconds.
If they can intercept a Roche attempt, that's the biggest play possible in the game right now. But looks tough. Cornered in their
gonna
base
be a
with their
tough one.
entire team, and the only guy who can get it done is Chessie. He's TPing bottom. Start splitting the map, forcing them back.
Ooh, even more minus armor for Supreme now.
Dire's bottom tower
That is a good pickup. Doesn't get the full
Backdooring
slow
tier two.
advantage being a ranged hero, but
has fallen.
don't think he cares too much about that. Saberlight's gonna run into Zibeh.
Oh, Z-Freak not again. Oh no.
Okay, Z-Freak.
Oh, I
died.
feel bad for him now.
Yeah, he's having.
In the
one of
start, we were
probably the
having
worst
a
game I've
little
ever
bit of a
seen him
laugh.
play.
Now it's just sad.
He's 1-12. Hey, this could be a moment for him if they end up winning this. It's not quite the Melk Lord because he did get a kill.
It's rough. I know what he's trying to do. Like I get it. Their team is having a really hard game. They're cornered. Somebody has to try to get information, take the risk of moving out so that they can find farm. So it's not like this movement is completely bogus and he's not even thinking. It's just so hard to do what they gotta
Seneko
do.
misses his Earth Spike.
Jesse could try for TP here.
Supreme is here now with the MKB in tow. Oh, wait. He's disarmed still.
So.
All right. The Halberd for the win. Gets out to safety. Zibby in the meantime is going to get chased out by Saberlight as they're just going to bulldoze this tier 2 tower. By the way, just to give you an idea of how ridiculously farmed the TA is, recently got the MKB. Almost has enough money to finish Daedalus now, so
Yeah.
I don't know what they can do against this hero.
Oh, Zib is in trouble too. Good global.
Yeah. Taking the brunt of the damage here. Global is there. Lotus Orb was already used. It's actually going to be pretty close. Timber Chain, not quite in time. Seneco's going to jump in now. The reinforcement of Clockwork is not going to be nearly enough. He's going to feed away another life as 3 dead in the blink of an eye. Gyrocopter gets destroyed by Supreme.
He 3-shot him.
They can just turn this into the mid tower, if not more. Full racks, most likely. Crystalist in the inventory for Supreme right now. Like we said, can't finish the Daedalus. As Chessie's, all he can really do is just try to push out these lanes as much as possible. I think they have to give up this tower. The repair kit's not nearly enough.
You think?
Yeah, I do think.
Literal one-shot. Literal
Good
one-shot.
God.
1200 HP, 1 hit.
Do you know how good that must feel? 19-0 with 1 assist. Supreme.
After the Omega GG.
Yes, the Omega GG
Oh,
was...
hookshot into hookshot? Oh, wait, it was Timber Chain.
Okay. It's either way. Clockwork's dead again. No surprise there. Gyrocopter trying to put up a last stand. Able to get the kill on the Silencer. Both Lion and Silencer are dead now. And Bristleback looks to be next on the list. So a defense of sorts from OG Seed. Of course, the most important target, the TA, who now will have the
them
list.
3 buybacks. Gyro, Clock, and Caudle having used their buybacks now. You could definitely play that safer as NiP. I don't think you need to dive the base. You can take this second set of racks more than likely if you don't overextend like that. But that's just not as fun, right?
Yeah, you need to draw it out as long as possible. You know.
Yes.
Is that how you like to do things, Synderen?
Yeah, I love wasting time.
Good.
It's my my pastime activity, actually.
And that's why you show up
it's
to the
taking up a
podcast
lot of
every
time.
week, right? Yeah, it makes sense. I understand that mentality quite a bit. Madara, I don't know if he's gonna have enough time to do this, but if he gets the satanic, gets the satanic into Divine Rapier, Synderen,
I think he's gonna buy the rapier straight away.
then he'll have damage.
Wait, did he? He doesn't have any satanic components except the Morbid Mask, right? Does he have the Claymore?
Right. Well, he must because
Where's
it's
his
queued
courier?
up.
Yeah, okay, he does. I would honestly like him to go rapier and just maybe even sell his Claymore. Like, no joke. You have to do something big soon in this game to stand a chance. You need a really big item. And rapier is it. I think if he buys the satanic, I don't know if they can buy enough time. Roche is up, and they know it's up. TA level 25 meld bash. Can technically kill Gyro before he reacts. If he blink meld strikes and he crits and bashes right away, I think he can kill Gyro.
That is
pretty much
such a crazy talent, by the way. Like,
it's
good God.
really good. It is so good. Oof.
Well, they're going to take their time as Roshan is now up, killing off these tree ants, getting map control with the outpost. It's only 33-40 in, but here we go. And this is going to be a sub 10 second Roshan, in all honesty.
Oh my God.
And Supreme will get the Aegis. Hookshot misses. I mean, they had to go for something. I can't blame him for that one at all. Chessie is sheeped up by Seneko into the Earth Spike Supreme with a boom and a boom and a boom. 3-shot.
20-0.
And he's dead for 60 seconds.
That'll do.
20-0 Supreme. BKB in the backpack with now the Aegis. Good to go. Who has the cheese? It's not.
And his current KAD, if we did like CSGO, would be 2020. But we do KDA in Dota. But it could have been 2020.
Thanks, Synderen.
You're welcome. That's just a bit of trivia for you there. If you take numbers and swap them around, then they're in opposite order.
Yeah, I don't think you know what trivia means, but okay. These racks are going to be destroyed very easily. And will they even try to defend the bot lane? They have to. That's the answer to that question. Saberlight with the Solar Crest, Blade Mail, Pipe combination.
Oh,
here comes the jump in.
So dead.
The global
good Lotus.
Follow. It is,
he
actually has the Ghost Scepter and gets his ult off in the meantime. Can they do anything else, though? Pex looks to be dead regardless. Don't believe he has a buyback in tow. So it's a 5v4 as Nature's Prophet comes back to life. They're going to take out the Ignis Fatus, otherwise known as Will-O-Wisp. Wonder which one that Wisp prefers to be called. I'm not sure. I'm sure he got made fun of quite a bit in school for the Oh, he's going to get a jumping onto the TA, pops the BKB, but that does not take off the halberd. Either way, Z-Freak will die, staring at a wall. 5v3 now as ZB is next on the list. Supreme, 21-0. And I do believe that this will be a GG very shortly. There's going to be a buyback onto the TA. This, of course, is a game 3 of the best of 3. Madara pops his BKB, has the Satanic ready to go. We'll have to use it here very shortly. Another halberd being used for TA, but remember, she has Aegis. She don't care about dying right now. The Bristleback does fall in this engagement. And finally, TA will expend that Aegis. And it looks to be Mega Creeps incoming. They still have Fortify. Wow. I'm actually surprised.
Do they have any repair kits left? I don't think so. They've used all 3, right?
I've noticed 2 of them, so not sure.
Oh, they're defending.
Okay.
Well, what do you know?
I was incorrect. Supreme, he doesn't have BKB. He has to be very careful. The homing missile is on its way. They cannot give up this kill. 21-0-3 right now. As he attempts to get out of dodge. Homing missile again coming. Hookshot is there. Homing missile connects shortly after Clockwork. Cogs are available. We'll use it to zone out the TA, who is now halberded. Pops the BKB, trying to take out the Timbered Saw. He might get it. He finally will die. 22-1.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, I need to see how much gold went their way. I don't care about anything else.
Wow,
there might be
770 gold for his chest seat for that kill.
Oh, that's okay.
That would have been 2K a while ago.
All right, let's see. So overall, they got 1,100 for the entire engagement. And yeah. I'm surprised that they only got that much for TA. That's actually really surprising. Have they cut the rubber band too much, Cinderin? Have they gone too far? Was not a rhetorical question, by the way. I know it sounded like it.
I'm thinking.
Oh, Madara being found out. While you think we can watch Gyrocopter die a horrible death as Era stole the hook shot and we'll use it to help get a second kill.
No, Clockwork. You have 6 int left. You have so much left to live for. You can enjoy the simple pleasures in life, such as looking at paint.
Actually insane. That is insane.
Oh, did he lose there? Did he lose int? Oh, he was out of range.
Can you lose int? Oh,
yeah, he can lose. He has 5 left to lose.
327 mana total. I have never seen this. Wow.
That is...
I would just be buying Robe of the Magic. He hasn't even finished the Blade Mail yet after all this time. Ay.
Oof.
Super rough game, and with everybody dead essentially, they can get the Megas, and they will most likely just go for Throne.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing to myself, because early on I was like, this is a good Clockwork game. But I mean, I did say it after he was level 4 minutes, and I was like, this is a good Clockwork game, but his game is bad. In theory, if Clockwork has a normal game here, he can do so much, but man, he has had nothing to work with at all. Completely shut down.
After dying once, I believe he is going to try and finish this game without another death. That goes without saying. As Timbersaw drops immediately, there's a hookshot from Z-Freak, putting, in theory, Bristleback in a bad position, but he's just so strong, it doesn't matter. So this looks to be the end for OG Seed in this best of 3, as the previous Chicken Fighters, not sponsored by KFC, but instead Ninjas in Pajamas, probably a little bit better for the esports scene, will take this series 2-1.
Super GG.
I told you!